Sudando. Cumpleaños de la abuela. Mamá, la abuela Helen y yo, 80 años. Mamá quiere que empaquete las cosas de mi habitación para la mudanza de la semana que viene. He tardado bastante, pero ya casi he terminado. Solo faltan un par de cosas y podré olvidarme de esto. Hostia, la sensibilidad, tú. Ay. Loco. ¿A cuánto la tengo que poner? Vale, así se hace zoom. Espérate. Ahora. Esto va a 144. Madre mía, el FOF. No tiene. Va a tener. ¿Qué va a tener FOF? Ojo, Tess y Fran. ¡No! Mierda. ¿Y cómo hago para mirar? Fuck.
Ah, Nevada. Home to all manner of folksy cryptids and cool dads.
Cerillas. Libro. Oro líquido. La historia del contrabando entre Canadá y Estados Unidos. Y las fortunas secretas dejadas atrás. Jude S. Baldwin. No lo llevamos. Supongo que tendrá un límite la caja. Para el billete de avión.
Better leave these where Mom won't see them.
Después de temperaturas elevadas. Bueno, esto es lo típico. Billete de pasajero y equipaje sujeto a las condiciones del contrario. Destino, Reno. ¿Eso qué coño es? Qué paranoia, en verdad. Te puedes llevar de todo. Álbum escolar. Supongo que luego todas esas mierdas. Ah, vale, esto es la. Esta es la caja. Abrir. Feliz cumpleaños atrasado, perdón por la tardanza. Tesita. Aquí se me va todo de la cabeza, pero tú siempre estás en ella. Te llamaré pronto. ¿Qué ganas, papá? Guardamos. Galaxia. Una estudiante de instituto rica y glamurosa intenta transformarse a una nueva alumna en la chica más popular de la escuela, pero el destino tiene otros planes. Seis desconocidos son invitados a cenar a una mansión misteriosa, pero cuando su anfitrión aparece muerto, todos se convierten en sospechosos. $3. La regleta, importante. Póster, importante. Ir abajo.
Yeah?
Come down to the basement. There's something I want to show you.
The basement? What is it?
Oh, it's nothing really. Remember, this? Gah!
¿Qué? Ah, podemos decidir. Vale, un segundo. También podemos decidir. Eso está guapo. A ver, sinceramente me parece una puta mierda. Que es, a ver, tampoco que es, pero no me gusta.
Ugh, I hate it.
But it's of the dog we had when we were growing up. Lady.
I don't think it's Lady's fault I hate it. Who's responsible for this disaster?
August. She made it when she was a kid.
And Aunt August isn't a rich and famous artist now?
Well, she is one of those things. Not a famous artist, though.
We've still got a little while before we actually move out, right? Like a week?
Yeah, about.
The estate sale was weird. Having all those people in the house, picking through Grandma's stuff. I'm glad it's over.
Es el juego lo que tiene
Yeah,
un
me
pequeño
too.
sonido de...
Are you okay? Mom.
I just. We took care of your grandmother right up to the end, and.
And now they're selling the house out from under us. I know.
Want to just. Take a minute and look around and see what's left? I haven't really gone through everything since the sale ended.
Yeah. Me neither. That sounds really nice. Just looking through what's still here. Aside from this hell picture.
Amazing that no one bought it, right?
Just shocking.
So you're all packed up, right? Good to go?
Ugh. Oh my god.
Just remember that it needs to be done by Wednesday so we can get everything out of here on time.
I know.
Vale, la mayoría de las cosas de la abuela Helen se vendieron cuando murió. Hasta ahora no había tenido tiempo de echar un vistazo para ver qué ha quedado. Vale, lo que voy a hacer es bajar un poco el sonido. Vale. Vamos a bajarlo así. Pues se escucha bastante fuerte. Deja eso ahí.
Ooh, so dapper. Was this Grandpa's?
Es que puedes coger lo que quieras. Máximas. Axiomas y más de la sabia del Medio Oeste. Querida Millie. Millie Calder. Beula Books.
Grandma's advice column was popular, wasn't it?
For a little while, yeah.
I felt really lucky that I got to ask her for advice face to face. I remember when we went to that one book signing when I was a little kid.
You remember that?
Yeah, I mean, people in the audience seemed so excited and nervous to get to ask her their questions right there in person.
Ahí está bien, el volumen.
Sometimes when I'd ask Grandma for advice, she'd start off with, "Don't tell Millie," but I think she saved her special advice for me.
Well, she could have given some advice to herself and realized that taking out 3 mortgages on her house wasn't such a good idea.
A ver qué hay por aquí. Bof. 1966, condado de Greene, Michigan. Tarjeta de identificación de empleado. Nombre: Leonard Lambros. Título: inspector de propiedades. Firma del empleado: jefe de departamento. La rueda. Leo Lambros, de 43 años de edad, calle Orange, Greenville. Falleció el 28 de julio de 1968 en el Hospital Regional de Alexandria. Era veterano de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, habiendo servido como topógrafo con el Batallón de Artillería de Campo número 173, investigando las posiciones del enemigo desde la vanguardia. Luego trabajó para el condado de Greene como inspector de edificios. Le sobreviven su esposa Helen Lambros y sus hijas Opal y August Lambros. Los preparativos funerarios, bajo la dirección de la funeraria familia Milton Fankuchen, están incompletos. Bueno, por aquí no hay mucho. ¿Qué hay que hacer? Cerrar. Nope. Vale, por aquí no hay nada más interesante. Vamos para arriba. Dios, qué cerca se ve, tío. Me marea. Literalmente puedes cogerlo todo,
Who
Invitación
are
de
these
boda.
people? Mom's friends?
Dorothy Jean Haberman y Nathaniel Edgar Borch te invitan a compartir la alegría de su boda el sábado 9 de junio de 2002 a la 1 de la tarde. Iglesia de San Mark, Lowell, Michigan.
I've gotta take more pics with Francine this year. We're so cute. Maybe I should start carrying a camera around.
10 del 2 de 2002.
We did our best, but the results were... Ugh.
Coño. Me alegro de que estuvieras para supervisar mis habilidades reposteras. Aquí no hay nada. Oye, mamá.
Wow, was this taken right here? Cool. That's Grandpa?
Mm-hmm. Probably only a year before he died.
Of a heart attack?
Yeah, very sudden. But I guess that's how heart attacks are.
Sí. Es lo que tiene. Los ataques al corazón. Lagazo. Tampoco...
Ugh, Mom. Please quit already.
Más fotos.
Did Grandma start dressing like this after you moved out of the house?
Mm-hmm. After my father passed, my mother, well...
Turned into a hippie.
a bit of a free spirit, let's say.
Doesn't look like that rubbed off on August much.
I think it might have. To push her in the opposite direction.
Una hippie. Arroyo de Lins. O Liens. No hubo suerte.
Oh, how did this end up down here?
Huh. Must have been in a drawer of something that got sold.
This is from one of the first digs Dad and I went on.
It was kind of adorable how excited you both got about going on those digs.
I remember being so sure that we would actually find bootlegger gold. Or at least a clue about it.
Your dad. Well, at the very least, he certainly had a way of firing up your imagination. I'll give him that.
Vale, vamos a seguir. Por aquí tiene que haber cosas.
Oh, good. Some of Grandma's pottery didn't get sold. I loved watching her at the potter's wheel when I was little. Had she been doing pottery her whole life?
Honestly, I think it's something else she picked up after my dad passed.
Like the advice column?
No, she was doing that since I was a kid.
Did Grandma... Was she ever with anyone else after Grandpa died?
Whoa, where did this come from?
Well, she just seems so vivacious. You'd think some man would be interested.
Yeah, no, not that I know of.
Al suelo. Esto no podemos pillar, ni esto. Esto ya lo hemos... Igual nos tenemos que ir, ¿no? No. Pues para arriba.
Oh, hey.
¿Qué cojones?
It's August. Ugh, exhausted. The state sale was a lot. But that's easy for you to say. Yeah, I remember. And the answer is still no. Well... The what? Oh, right. Right. Sorry, it hasn't exactly been at the front of my mind. Yeah, it's around here, somewhere. No, it's fine. Okay. Love you.
Voy a
Bye.
hacer un básico leche
Unbelievable.
para
What
continuar.
did she say?
Nothing helpful.
Is she still not gonna help us with the house?
No. She was just calling to ask me to find some book of hers.
Any idea where it could be?
It must be upstairs somewhere, in your grandma's things. It has a red and black cover, white block lettering. I'll know it when I see it.
Rosa y negra.
Okay, let's go.
La tita August ha llamado a mamá para pedirle que busque un libro que parece ser muy importante para ella por algún motivo. Seguramente esté arriba. Vale. Voy a mirar una cosa. Vale. Seguimos. Hay que buscar el libro. Ay. Vale, ha dicho portada negra y rosa con letras blancas. Cuidado.
I am the very model of a modern major general. La 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 da 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 mineral.
¿Qué haces? Vale, es una obra de teatro. Ojo
Hey,
carta.
Ma! Actually, maybe I should just put this back.
Opa, lamento oír que mamá está empeorando. Últimamente pienso mucho en ella. Sé que es una cuestión delicada, así que será la última vez que saque el tema. Me gustaría que me dejaras ayudarte con las facturas médicas. Sé que preferirías tenerme en persona para ayudar, pero no puedo ausentarme del trabajo a tanto tiempo. Siento que no pueda ofrecer más que dinero ahora mismo, pero así es la situación en la que estamos. Si te estresa todo lo que tienes que hacer, puedes mandarme a Tess. Algún otro fin de semana. Me encanta tenerla por aquí. Llámame si hay cualquier novedad sobre mamá. Con amor, August. Parece que tienen como problemas, ¿no? Con esta tal August, que es la hermana, ¿no? Digamos, de Tess. ¿Hermana o...? Sí, hermana.
What's this?
Oh, it's a hook pole thing to pull down the hatch to the attic.
Could August's book be up in the attic? With Grandma's things?
Could be.
Alright. We can go up there, but... you go first.
Te da miedo, ¿eh? He encontrado como un gancho raro. ¿Cómo se llama esto? Bueno, da igual. Debería servirme para bajar la escalera que lleva al ático. Le doy todo el rato al escape. Cochecico. Dios.
Okay, come on up.
Damn, it's dusty.
Damn, son.
Now, where's that book?
Yo creo que por aquí no tiene que estar.
Whoa. Grandma's wedding dress?
I wore it on my wedding day, too. And you can wear it when you get married.
No voy a casarme, creo que quiero algo más moderno.
I think I'd want something more modern.
But, well, just look. It's still in such good condition. And it'd be handed down from your grandmother to me, to you.
Okay, but I'm not gonna wear it just because it would be...
La abuela hubiera querido que lo hiciera. No voy a ponérmelo porque quieras que lo haga. Tener que mantener alguna especie de traición.
something Grandma would have wanted. I loved Grandma so much, but she would have wanted me to wear the dress I would have wanted to wear, even if it wasn't hers.
But I would think it would be the dress you'd want to wear.
But I just said I don't.
You don't know you'll feel that way when the time comes. You might change your
Madre
mind.
mía, la madre, tío.
Stop
Respeta,
trying
tío.
to...
Ya cara enfada.
You don't know what I want better than I do.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you don't know how...
Aquí no está. Aquí no está el libro. LOL.
What's under here?
Here, let me grab that. I'll put it up here to look through. Yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff in here. But
Mom?
Hold on, it might still be here somewhere.
There's
¿Qué es
something...
eso?
Ah, here it is. Maybe if your dad had read this, he wouldn't have stopped working at the video store.
Mom! What's in there?
Olvidémonos del libro de la tita August. He encontrado una maleta rara en un compartimento secreto del ático. ¿La escondería aquí la abuela Helen? ¿Y por qué? Puede que las respuestas estén en su interior. Coges ahora mismo.
Ah, this is just some junk from the old summer house.
Your family had a summer house?
Well, it was more of a cottage, I guess. We spent the summers up there for a long time.
And you've never
Surreal.
taken me to visit?
Well, I haven't been there since I was your age. We just stopped going one summer. The summer after my dad died. I think there were just too many memories there.
Oh my god.
What?
Aren't you seeing it?
Seeing what?
Right here. Behind them? That's a freshly covered hole.
Uh-huh.
It's obviously the location of the buried bootlegger gold.
In our backyard, you mean?
Indubitably.
Lady probably buried a bone there.
Dogs don't really do that. Only cartoon dogs do that.
Only cartoon dogs bury bones, but real-life bootleggers bury gold in people's backyards? In 1968?
It was a different time, Mother.
Sure.
Uf. Vale, primero esto. P1. Hace poco, una de mis hijas me dio una sorpresa enorme. Está casada. Se ve que es su novio de la universidad y ella se casaron sin decirme nada. Según ella, querían prescindir de boda para ahorrar para una casa. Pero me duele mucho que me haya excluido así. Sabe que llevo desde siempre soñando con que tuviera una gran boda. ¿Cómo puedo convencerla de que un matrimonio llevado en secreto nunca durará? Suegra mosqueada. Nota editorial. Millie es un personaje. Tú tranquila. Querida mosqueada. Nota editorial. No entiendo eso. Permitir que tus hijos cometan errores forma parte de la batalla de ser padres. Solo el tiempo dirá lo que durará el matrimonio. Así que lo mejor que puedes hacer es aprovecharlo al máximo. Piensa en lo difícil que ha sido para tu hija mantenerlo oculto. Todos tenemos nuestros secretos. Y me incluyo. Y no poder confiarlos ni a nuestros seres más queridos puede ser de lo más sofocante. Si bien puede costarnos ver a una hija cometer un error tan estúpido, lo mejor que puede hacer una madre es morderse la lengua. Con amor, Millie. Mi marido ha vuelto a entrar en contacto con la chica que le gustaba en el instituto, a quien no veía desde sus días en la Fuerza Aérea. Ambos están casados. Y él dice que solo son amigos. Pues tendría que haber hecho caso a mi instinto. He vuelto temprano del supermercado y los he pillado haciéndolo. Ahora no sé qué hacer. Mi amiga dice que me divorcie. Mi madre dice que siga con él por los niños. ¿Qué puedo hacer? Desesperada de corazón. No hay nada más duro que ver con tus propios ojos cómo tu matrimonio se desmorona. Es difícil decir qué es peor, si el sentimiento de traición o el darte cuenta de que te han engañado. El divorcio es una cuestión peliaguda, sin duda. Pero te diré una cosa, siempre estás a tiempo de empezar de cero. El abandono y la libertad son dos caras de una misma moneda. Con amor, Millie. Joder.
Did Grandma write these?
During the last summer, we visited the cottage.
Was she... okay?
Looks like the editor didn't think she was. It was only a year after my father died. I think Millie was still figuring things out, too.
It must have been hard.
I'm sure it was. They'd been married 20 years?
I meant for you.
Oh, right. I mostly just tried not to think about it.
That doesn't seem very healthy.
It got me through.
Coño. Más cosas. furgoneta más molona. Qué furgoneta más fetén. Más a la moda, más chula. Más fetén.
Funky van.
I did love that van. The engine died for good while we were visiting the summer home, and so I just turned it into my bedroom after that.
You slept in a broken down van?
Well, the summer house was small, and I always had to share a bedroom with August. When I realized I could have my own space just by sleeping out in the van, it was a no-brainer.
Did you, like, redo it to be like a bedroom inside?
Yeah. Your grandfather pulled the seats out for me, and I set up a little bed frame with a mattress and all sorts of posters and pillows and shelves and things like that.
Wow, that's actually cool. Could I do that? With our car?
No!
Joder. Custodio de la policía Grenville. Un nuevo robo tuvo lugar la noche pasada. La policía estatal lo está investigando como parte de una serie de crímenes llevados a cabo por un único grupo organizado. Una vez más, no hay señales de entrada forzada, y los asaltantes se llevaron joyas con un valor total estimado de unos 100.000 en productos. Las Girl Scouts de la zona se van a la playa. La tropa 317 de las Girl Scouts del condado de Ginn, junto a sus familias, organizaron un viaje a la playa del lago. Querida Amelia, hace poco una amiga cercana me confió que estaba engañando a su marido con otro. Les quiero mucho a los dos y no sé si es mejor que se lo cuente al marido o que le guarde en secreto a la mujer. Querida dudosa, este tipo de situaciones son dolorosas para todos los involucrados. No hay una forma fácil de salir de ellas. Ten en cuenta que es ella quien tiene que guardar el secreto, no tú. No pierdas de vista tus lealtades. Querida Millie, sé que has prometido no compartir nunca tu receta de gachas.
Whoa. There was a crime spree?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, department stores and fancy clothing shops. Places kept getting robbed. The police couldn't figure out how the crooks were pulling it off. It went on for, well, I mean, it felt like months.
So what happened? Did they get caught?
Now that, I don't remember.
Escribo aquí su mensaje. Pronto estaremos juntos. Te amo y vamos a amar nuestra vida juntos, libres y felices. Publicado por Moreto Postales y CIA Forest, Libertyville, 1969. Helen Devine o Divine, ¿no? Es Divine. Un momento.
Well, whoever this guy was, it sure seems like he and Grandma had something pretty intense going on. Was Grandma Helen...
La abuela Helen tenía una relación secreta, le estaba poniendo los cuernos al abuelo, quería escapar con este tío.
cheating on Grandpa?
No! Not the Helen I knew.
Intrigue. Grandma, what were you
Esto
up
bueno es de
to?
misterio. Bueno, a ver, misterio. En verdad misterio sí, pero como intriga o suspense, ¿sabes? No he visto suspense por ningún lado. Darle la vuelta. LOL.
Grandma's diary? Should we?
Oh, I don't think we should really...
Oh, Grandma wouldn't have cared. I'm dead. What difference does it make to me? I can hear her saying it now.
Verás. No ayuda en nada, se creen buenos vecinos, pero si alguien sabe de dónde llevan las buenas intenciones, son estas señoras de la iglesia. Las niñas siguen adelante lo mejor que pueden. Opal sigue con sus dramas de la edad del pavo, casi como si fuera un verano normal y corriente. August sí que me preocupa un poco, cada vez está más absorta en su imaginación. Ojalá pudiera ayudarla, pero hay muchas cosas que no puedo decir. Cada vez me cuesta más esconder la correspondencia con XXX. Es cuestión de tiempo que volvamos a estar juntos en persona, pero tener que guardarlo todo en mis adentros sin contárselo a nadie es demasiado, pero él y yo sabemos que pronto acabará la espera, y todo esto quedará en el pasado. Escribo aquí su mensaje. Olvídate del pasado. Leo está muerto. Ahora solo importa nuestro futuro juntos. Hostia.
What is this?
¿Esta llave?
So, Grandma and this guy were definitely together before Grandpa died? And they were gonna run away together? You never heard about this?
No, this is...
And what is this key to? Why is it hidden in here?
something at the summer home, I assume?
Okay, well, now we've gotta go check the old place
Bueno,
out.
hay que ir a la casa esa. Vale, tenemos que ir a echarle un vistazo para averiguar quién es este hombre tan misterioso. Tal vez encontremos oro de contrabandistas.
To find out who this mystery man was. Don't you want to know?
I don't know, Tess. We still have so much to do around here.
Come on. It'll be fun. An adventure.
I still need to call Tina at the theater and finish cleaning out the fridge.
Come on. We never get to do stuff together. You spend all your time at the theater, and I spend all my time in school. When was the last time we were able to do something? To talk?
Well...
Talking.
You do want to know, don't you? I can see it, Mom. I can see it in your face.
Eso que sí.
You know, a little change of scenery would be nice.
Ha, that's the spirit.
We could spare a weekend before we have to move for a little road trip, right? To tie up some loose ends.
Right.
And some of those little towns along the way are great for antiquing.
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's a deal. Let's hit the road and see what we find. I could really use a break from all this, even if it's just for a weekend. Pack your overnight bag.
Yes!
And bring your homework. I don't need you falling behind at school.
What about August's book?
We can FedEx it to her when we get back.
Por FedEx.
A road
Promoció.
trip.
La
This
promoció.
is gonna be great.
Vamos de camino a la casa de verano, secreta para descubrir qué es eso del hombre misterioso de la abuela Helen. ¿Quién sabe lo que nos encontraremos? Aunque todavía queda un buen rato para llegar. Papeles del coche.
When did you say the last time you were at this summer house was?
Oh, when I was, I guess, 15? Your age?
I'm 16.
I meant about your age.
So, a long time ago. Wow. No one's been there since, like, the 19th century.
Ha ha.
What was the Industrial Revolution like?
Tess, I wouldn't know.
Did you ever meet Galileo?
Jesus.
Cachondeándose, ¿no?
How old do you think I am?
I mean, I'm just estimating. It's a rough estimate. It's a rough estimate.
I'll say. It was the 60s, I think, summer of 68. 1968.
So, like, 35 years ago?
And you say you're bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house?
And the Dark Ages, but yeah, the summer house.
I just always really liked it there. It was an escape.
From what?
Everything, I guess. School, town, same old. Every day just felt like it was hours when we were there.
LOL, las flores de allá atrás estaban tope de bugueadas. Cuando estábamos ahí era como si cada día fuese nuestro. ¿Y por qué dejasteis de ir? ¿Y por qué no hemos ido nunca?
Sounds really nice. So why did we never go?
I don't know. It was somewhere I always associated with being a kid. Yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went off to college, and then married your father.
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
Sí. Es un
He's a man
vividor.
of leisure.
Is that what that phrase means?
What else would it mean? He
Vividor
likes
follado.
relaxing.
He sure does. It's probably why I never mentioned it to him. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades, out there in the middle of nowhere, it's gotta be falling apart.
Claro, tienes razón, qué rollo. Igual aún está en buen estado.
It could still be in good shape. Maybe somebody's been, you know, keeping it up.
You hope squatters have been living in it?
No, like, you know, like shoe elves. I mean, it'd be nice if it were magically still in good shape, considering we need a new place to live.
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, it's... You couldn't live there, and not year-round.
Why not?
Well, it doesn't have central heat, or even really insulation. It's a summer home, not a winter home.
Pero es mejor que no tener casa. Vale, ¿y dónde vamos a vivir entonces?
Fine. Then where are we going to live?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car, aren't we?
No.
Just like when you lived in that van.
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company, you know...
I thought you said it was underwater.
Well, you know, it's not doing great, but...
Mom.
What?
Búscate un curro de verdad. ¿Cuándo vas a darte por vencida con el teatro? No, eso realmente no está bien decirlo. Necesitamos dinero.
We need money.
Believe me, Tess, I know.
If Dad was still here,
Excuse me?
he could help.
Claro, porque
Pay for
ganaba
things.
5.000 al mes.
If your father and I were still together, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money? To help?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west for work. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. It's just... work. Sure.
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then? I think I deserve to know.
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your father left me in a hell of a situation. We made all these decisions together. Do you not understand that? We made decisions that depended on us both, you know, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
What are you doing back there? Are you gonna do your homework?
No. Reading in the car makes me carsick.
Then what are you messing with back there?
I don't know.
So stop it. It's not safe.
Madre mía, tío.
Is it okay if I turn on the radio?
I don't know how much signal we'll get, but yeah, sure.
El bolso. A ver el bolso. Indicaciones. Madre mía. Todo el Google Maps. Hola Tesira, estaba pensando en ti. Aquí uno se olvida de los findes. Todos los días hoy curro. ¿Qué tal, papá? Bien trabajando. Pero contento de hablar contigo. ¿Cómo va el trabajo? Ah, perdona, que tienes que volver al trabajo. Bien, haciendo dinero. ¿Podría mandar algo de dinero para ayudarnos a mamá y a mí? Nada, ya te preguntaré en otro momento. Fue que decirle esto tan directo. Da igual, olvidarlo. Sé que estás ocupado, ya te diré. ¿Le ha dicho a tu madre que me has comprado los billetes? Aún no. Mamá y yo estamos viajando en coche. Vamos a su antigua casa de verano a investigar un misterio familiar. ¿Te lo puedes creer? Wow, díselo ya, chiqui. O si no, se lo diré yo. Y sabes que le va a dar algo. XD. Vale, te lo prometo que se lo diré pronto. Lo sé, te quiero. Tengo que volver al trabajo, pórtate bien con tu madre, ¿vale? Te quiero. Nos vemos pronto.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yes?
Sí.
Yes, I am.
To who?
It's to whom, Mother? It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the story, huh?
No
No.
comment.
It's all right. Having a common enemy can help bring people together.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's not supposed to.
Madre mía, el coche. Atravesando la tierra, ¿no? ¿Está la casa de verano?
Mom!
My God.
Are you okay?
I just didn't think it would still be here.
Mom, well, it is. And it looks to be surprisingly well preserved.
Well, it's not just like I remember it. A little more
Echa polvo.
Of a dump?
weathered than the last time I was here. But I guess I am too.
Want to start looking around?
Yeah.
Vale, esto no es precisamente lo que me imaginé cuando mamá dijo que tenían una casa de verano, pero mola a su manera retro. Seguro que hay un montón de cosas geniales dentro de cuando mamá era una adolescente, y con suerte algunas pistas para identificar la identidad del hombre misterioso de la abuela Helen. A ver, primero vamos a la autocaravana esta. Vale, no puedo entrar, ¿no? Así sí que
It's
puedo.
your funky van. And it's locked.
Gotta keep all the funky stuff in there secure.
Please tell me the keys are somewhere. I need to see what a lava lamp looks like after it just sits there mutating for 30 years.
They might have been... I can't remember.
Don't do this to me, Mother. I have to see how much tie-dye is in there. Please.
Oh, August was always trying to steal my keys so she could get in there and mess with my stuff. They're probably in her room.
Oh, the little criminal! All right, I'm on the case. The funky stuff is so close, I can taste it.
La furgoneta que mamá convirtió en su dormitorio cuando era adolescente sigue aquí, Pero está cerrada. Dice que las llaves podrían estar en la habitación de la tita August. Pues vamos.
Is this a trailer home?
It's a mobile home.
What did I just say?
They're not the same thing. A trailer home hooks up to the back of a truck and can be towed around. You can take it from place to place. A mobile home arrives on a trailer, like towed by a big truck.
Go on.
Sí, un puto tráiler, vaya.
A mobile home doesn't have wheels.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I will admit it took me a moment to untangle the nuances.
Madre mía. Pues esto está matado. ¿Qué coño? Hostia, aquí antiguamente el fuego estaba aquí y aquí cocinabas. Curioso.
Sheesh, what happened here?
Looks like the wall gave way. Water damage, I guess.
What is this thing?
It's the water heater.
Oh, that's why you said water damage. I get it, I'm following along. Well, it's not going anywhere now. Can we climb over it?
No! God, look at all that rusty metal.
I'm up on my tetanus shots, aren't I?
We're not risking it.
Well, what's that thingy back there?
It's a maintenance hatch for getting down into the crawl space under the house.
Is there any other way into the crawl space?
I think there's a way to get in from around the back. Why are you acting so
Como
excited?
entrepiso. Pero a ver, si es una
Well, if
casa
we could
móvil.
get into the crawl space, we could climb back up out of that hatch and get over to that side of the mobile home to find more stuff.
I'm not sure why you're using the plural here.
And also, I really want to see if there's any cool, creepy stuff under there. Like a skeleton.
Listen, you can give it a peek if you want, but there is no way I'm crawling under there with you. You're on your own.
Hey, no problem. More cool, creepy stuff for me.
Canela. Mierda, una caldera se cayó atravesando la pared y ahora no podemos rodearla. Pero hay escotillas raras en el suelo. Tal vez pueda ir por debajo de la casa y salir por el otro lado. Se puede entrar al entrepiso por detrás. Hostias. Una escopeta, loco. Uy.
Oh, look at this big pink guy.
Kurt won that from me. At the fair.
Kurt?
We met at the drive-in diner.
You had a summer fling? Was he cute?
I thought he was very handsome. And he rode a motorcycle.
A moto.
Oh my god, a bad boy?
Vaya, solo por tener
Well,
una moto, ¿no? Está picando un
Honestly, I
mosquito, el hijo de
fell for him
puta.
pretty hard that summer. It was pretty,
Cool. On his motorcycle?
He was very romantic.
Oh, no.
No, not like that. Well, a little like that.
Oh, no. So, what happened? Did you break up with him, or...
Madre mía, el oso
I
todo
don't
bugueado
know.
ahí atrás.
It was just a summer thing. It doesn't really matter.
Wow. Did I hit a
El
nerve?
oso ahí.
Hey, maybe we should keep looking around for more relevant things.
Escopeta.
What's in here?
That's just August's old room. Let's try and find some other way in.
Ya podemos entrar a la habitación de la tita August desde fuera. Puede que haya otra forma. Vale, había que entrar como por abajo de la casa, ¿no? La caseta del perro. Yo que me podía arrastrar. ¿Por dónde puedo arrastrarme? Amigo.
So, this is how we get into the crawl space?
No lo
You
he
keep
visto
saying
eso antes.
we.
So, this is how intrepid people with an innate sense of curiosity get into the crawl space?
Among other personality traits, yes.
Fine then. I'll go it alone. You're probably too frail to get in here anyway. Those creaky knees of yours.
Wow. Okay, into the filthy crawl space you go.
See you on the other side.
Bof. Qué guapo. Mira cómo está puesta, ¿eh? Con todas las vigas. Los neumáticos del coche, claro, ahí se guardan bien. Madre mía, pues no gastan neumáticos. Mi compa. Esto es de un perro.
Oh. Cool.
¿No? Es de un putísimo perro, tío. Parece.
Ooh, this is good.
Escribo
Mom's
aquí-
gotta see
escribo
this.
desde nuestra casa, justo en el agua. Tras buscar por todos lados me di cuenta de que no había mejor hogar para nosotros que uno que pudiéramos desancorar y separar si fuera necesario. Así que nos he comprado una casa flotante. Es increíble. La compré de un señor que la tenía en perfecto estado, pero se había cansado de mantenerla ahora que estaba mayor. Hay un rumor de que van a hacer una presa en este río, pero aunque pasara, todavía faltaría mucho para ello. Ahora solo falta que tú y las niñas os vengáis aquí. Espero que haya sido un buen verano. Escríbeme discretamente y hagamos planes para la gran mudanza. Algo que he aprendido desde la muerte de Leo es que tener mucho dinero es la única forma de vivir. Prepárate para dejar atrás todas tus preocupaciones. Vale, ahora hay que mirar aquí.
Mom, I found a way in. Hang on, I'll open the back door. Hey, Mom, I found something. Look, look.
Another letter.
He wanted to live with Grandma on a boat. Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like, well, it looks like a boat.
A houseboat.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near trees? Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with trees. That narrows it down.
Vale, coger el mapa. Unas 2 horas de distancia.
What's this about?
Oh, that was the town where Kurt lived. You know, we were a summer thing, but we were planning on how we could keep seeing each other once we both went home after the summer. I guess I was feeling pretty lost. I latched onto him and held on tight. He became my plan for how I would be okay.
And that didn't work out?
Yeah, like these things often do.
So how'd you end up with Dad?
Sorry?
Well, you didn't end up with Kurt. How'd you end up with Dad?
Oh, it was a lot of years later that I met your dad. After college, I moved back to Greenville for my bookkeeping job. It was it was actually when I was in one of the first plays I performed in at the Andromeda. Your dad was in the audience. He hung around outside the stage door after the show and he flagged me down. He said there was a problem with the production. He was so distracted by my beauty that he couldn't pay attention to anything else going on in the play.
Vaya. Ay, qué romántico.
Aw, that's so romantic. It's like something out of a rom-com.
I found it endearing at the time. He was very persistent.
Was Dad big into local theater?
No. He told me later that he'd actually been at the play on a date with someone else. He told her he needed to head home, then hung around the theater to talk to me.
Ah,
Wow. Bold.
muy bien, muy bien.
Did you find that endearing?
I guess at the time I found it flattering. And a little funny. I should have realized it was a red flag.
¿Estás diciendo que tu papá te puso los cuernos?
Wait, are you saying Dad cheated on you?
Oh, God, no. No. Just, you know, it's a sleazy move.
So, not the kind of thing Kurt would have done?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember... Well, did it seem like Grandma wanted to...
Leave my father? I mean... I guess when I was around your age, I started wondering why they were together in the first place. They didn't seem to...
make sense together?
Yeah.
Huh. I remember when I started wondering that about you and Dad. Why you were together. You're both so different. Did you used to have more in common?
Well... When you're together at first, everything about each other is new. They can cover up a lot of things. But when you get used to each other, that's when it can be hard. But sometimes, you know, by that point, it's too late.
Too late.
Porque ya estáis casados, porque tenéis una hija.
Because you have a kid?
Well, that can be one factor.
So you think you and Dad would have split up a lot sooner if I wasn't around? Well, I'm sorry I held everything up, okay? Maybe you would have been happier if you hadn't been stuck with Dad for so long.
Honey, that's not how it is. It's not as simple as that, and it's not because of you. There's a lot more to it. We'll talk about it someday.
When's someday?
Not today.
Then when?
Not today.
Vale.
Go
Hostia, la
mechanics!
habitación.
Oh man, I forgot that August had this. I let her keep it when I moved into the van.
But August didn't even go to Fort State.
She almost did. We were both so excited to, growing up. Don't you remember Grandma talking about how much she loved it?
I remember her talking about how sexist it was.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist back then. But we're a Ford State family. You'll be a triple legacy.
No voy a ser la tercera de ninguna tradición académica, ni siquiera sé si quiero ir a la universidad.
I don't even know if I want to go to college.
What do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
Ah,
I can
obligando.
make my own choices.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard on my design business. And August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18,
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's not a discussion.
Ya se ha cabreado. Porque no quiero estudiar.
Oh my god, Aunt August. I have
Yes.
so many questions.
Querida August, estaba enfadada por lo que ha ocurrido hoy y no pasa nada. Necesitabas tiempo para ti en lugar de hablar contigo y eso está bien. Pero por enfadada que estés, tienes que recordar esto. Los niños solo se meten con las niñas porque les gustan o porque son diferentes. No puedes controlar la crueldad de los demás, pero puedes desanimarlos con tu aspecto, tu comportamiento, aprendiendo a seguirles el rollo. Es hora de madurar. Y sé que lo harás. Con amor, mamá. Creo que no estoy muy de acuerdo con este consejo.
I don't know if I agree with this advice. This doesn't sound very Millie to me.
Millie was just a character, honey.
I know, but didn't she usually give advice Grandma would have given? How could you tell a little kid that getting picked on was their own fault?
I don't know if that's what she meant.
It's right here. She's like, if people are mean to you, you should change. What, the bullies are right? She never told me that kind of thing when girls were being mean to me at school. She just told me to be myself.
I
Eso sí
guess...
es verdad.
Well, maybe if Mother could have gone back and given August the advice she gave you instead, she would have.
I hope so.
Los niños malos de August Divine. Un día August fue en bici a la ciudad porque había mucho sol. Como hacía sol, su amigo Sombrocaso tuvo que seguirla por debajo de los árboles, porque vive en la sombra y no puede darle el sol. August se reía viendo como Sombrocaso pasaba por los árboles y hacían bromas juntos. Cuando August y Sombrocaso llegaron a la ciudad, había unos niños fuera de la tienda de ultramarinos. Vieron la corbata de August, que la protegía de los males, pero no le protegió de... ¿De qué? De ellos. Los niños malos se acercaron, dijeron, ¿con quién hablas? ¿Y quién es lo que llevas puesto, tonta? August les dijo, es la corbata de mi padre. Y los niños malos dijeron, pues tu padre es tonto. August se puso a llorar, pero a los niños malos les daba igual, no paraba de reírse. August buscó a Sombrocaso, pero Sombrocaso no podía ayudarla porque estaba atrapado en la sombra de un árbol que estaba lejos. Cuando los niños malos se marcharon, August fue debajo del árbol con Sombrocaso. La corbata especial de August se había ensuciado. Abrazó a Sombrocaso para sentirse mejor, pero no era suficiente.
Poor kid. Did she get made fun of a lot? At school and stuff?
I think she got picked on when she was little, but she toughened up. I guess right around this age, when we came back from our last summer trip.
What changed?
I don't know.
No video games back then, I guess. Poor, deprived
Que no
kids.
tenían de nada. Ya ves. Antes ni videojuegos ni nada.
Oh, how fun! Wait, did they not get to
Feria de
use these?
Michigan. Válido para un paseo en carro, Feria de Michigan. Autocine Showtime. Entrada completada, vale por cualquier fecha. Joder. Aquí no hay nada. Vamos.
What's in here?
That was my mom and dad's room. Well, just my mom's room last we were here.
Está mata la
Well,
casa,
dang it, that door's stuck.
I think... Look, we could twist the latch open if... I think I could get this open with a flathead screwdriver.
Awesome. Where's one of those?
Oh, I had a little toolkit in the glove box of my van.
Nice.
La puerta de la habitación de la abuela Helen está rota, pero eso no impedirá que entre a fisgonear. Mamá dice que tal vez podamos abrirla con un pequeño destornillador que ha guardado en su furgoneta. Vamos a la furgoneta. Está bien la historia, la verdad. Para echar ratillo. Tampoco es que sea increíble, pero para echar ratillo no está nada mal. Pero en esta furgoneta se puede abrir. Que guardaba en su furgoneta. Es que no puedo entrar a la furgoneta. El nuevo amigo de August, August Divine. El papá de August le dejó una corbata especial. Era una corbata roja y tenía poderes especiales. Vale, aquí entendemos lo de la corbata. Cuando August se ponía la corbata, se encontraba con su amigo Sombrocaso. Un amigo imaginario. Sombrocaso vivía en la sombra y siempre estaba ahí para ayudarla. Era el amigo de August que nunca la dejaría. Estos son panfletos, no les interesa a nadie.
Locked. Maybe the little key from Grandma's diary? Nope.
Cuidado.
What secrets might you hold, little drawer?
Hemos encontrado un cajón cerrado en el escritorio del salón, pero no se abre con la llave del diario. Tal vez podamos encontrar otra. Tal vez. Tal vez. Vale, y estos no se abren. Esto está todo hecho mierda. Madre mía, vaya gallo. Luego, pues, hay que hacer algo, ¿eh?
Did you do these with Grandma?
No, August did. I never had a green thumb. She loved helping my mother in the garden.
Really?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. Can you picture August getting her hands dirty out in the garden now?
I guess not. But if my mother was ever out in the garden, she was out there with her, helping the best she could. I remember one year, maybe when she was 6, she started crying so hard when it came time to pick the berries and vegetables. But the plants worked so hard growing them. You can't just take them.
Aw. Well, now I feel bad for the plants.
She was a sensitive kid.
So am I. So what happened?
Hmm?
To August. She doesn't seem so sensitive now.
Oh. Life happened, I guess.
Vale. Pantapájaro. Estamos buscando algo y no sé el qué. A la próxima tranquilizaos, los dos han de intentar arreglar las cosas. Confidencial para Gema preciosa. Eres joven, idealista y confías en los demás con facilidad. Tienes un buen corazón y mucho dolor por sanar. No dejes que se aproveche de ello alguien que es mucho ruido y pocas nueces. Busca consejo, escribe a Millie, apartado de correos 67100. Grand Rapid, Mitch. Si quieres una respuesta personal, añade un sobre con tu dirección y un sello. Necesitas ayuda inmediata. Aprueba el nuevo libro de Millie, Mi Granito de arena disponible.
Precious stone?
¿Eso era para ti? ¿La abuela escribió consejos para piedras?
This was to you?
Subtle, right? My mother was against me and Kurt being together from the start. To be fair, I would go off to who knows where with him and sometimes not come back till the morning. Now I understand how worried she must have been as a mother.
You were a bad kid? Do you ever thank your lucky stars I'm not a bad kid?
I don't know. You and Francine can stay up pretty late.
Playing The Sims and eating pizza rolls.
A los Sims.
Yeah, you kids are wild these days.
Vale.
Now, what is this?
During the summers when we'd come here, I had a summer job as a waitress at the drive-in.
On roller skates? Like in the movies?
Yeah, I guess. And those movies were based on reality, you know?
You're cute.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, please, Mom, stop. You were cute then, and you're, hot mom now.
What?
According to the boys at school, you are my hot mom. You didn't know about this?
No! I am
Sexy,
not.
¿sabes?
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great having all the boys at school talking about how hot your mom is. It's great. Regardless, this photo of you is real neat, and I think we should keep it.
Sure. Why not?
Cecita. Vamos a ver, loco. Porque no hemos encontrado nada, ¿eh?
Well, howdy there. What's your name, buddy?
Hmm.
Aha! This must be the key to the van.
Las llaves de la fragoneta. Vale, vamos a por el destornillador.
Oh, it's everything
Ojo,
I'd
en verdad mola
imagine.
una furgo así, ¿eh?
It's got an ugly lamp, an acoustic guitar, a
Huele a
concerning
marihuana.
scent of mold?
I mean, what do you expect? It's been under this carport for 30 years. That's why I'm not coming inside.
Okay, I'll just look around and get out. It is kind of gross in here.
You're just looking for the screwdriver, right?
Right.
Screwdriver.
Don't get too nosy, all right?
All right, all right. But look at all this stuff.
Madre mía, pues no hay mierda. A ver. Espera, lo primero. El torna. Vale.
Holy
Nena,
shit.
he pasado un verano tremendo, pero toca despedirme. No me molan los inviernos con nieve. Me voy a Cali con la moto. Si te pasas por ahí, búscame. Kurt. Manual del propietario. ¿Qué dice esto?
Wow. Mom was even into theater back then. Huh.
Vale, es de un teatro. Carteles. Cartita.
Wow.
Querida Opa, recibe mis cartas. No he sabido nada de
Brutal.
ti desde que me contaste lo de Kurt. Y yo te escribo cada semana. Las cosas en el parque son un rollo patatero. La gente guay se ha ido. Así que ahora solo estamos Gordon, yo y los tontos de Sandusky. Si no recibo nada tuyo, asumiré que estás demasiado ocupada con Kurt para escribirme. Menos mal que al menos uno lo está pasando bien. Ya te hablaré cuando empiece la escuela, supongo. Si no estoy muy ocupada. Lori. Lori Money.
Ah, alas. Not so groovy anymore.
Me molaría tener una para ponerla por ahí. Por ahí.
How was the stuff? Funky as you'd hoped?
Well, I found, this. You guys didn't just drift apart at the end of the summer, did you?
No. I came to work at the diner one night, and they said someone had left a note for me. And it was this stupid thing.
That sucks, Mom.
I just felt like such an idiot. I'd put all my energy into plans, planning how we'd be able to stay together, planning how our life was going to be, planning how he'd be the answer for how I was gonna be okay. And then, one day, this. I don't know if I've ever cried as much as I did for the week after I got this.
Parece gilipollas. Parece que quería otra cosa para ti.
He seems like an asshole.
Hey, language.
But he was.
Alright, you're not wrong. There was a lesson I should have learned that summer. You can't rely on other people.
What?
If you put your trust in other people, if you expect them to be there for you, one day they won't be.
Entonces no tienes que tener amigos o relaciones.
So what? You shouldn't have friends or relationships?
Well, no, I just mean... You can care about other people, but you have to be ready for them to go away. And be okay on your own when they do.
Are you... You're making it sound like... Are you saying Dad left you? I thought you said you both agreed to get divorced.
Well, either way, he's not here, is he?
Mom, what happened? With you and Dad splitting up? He always makes it sound like you wanted him to leave, but...
He does?
I mean,
If he's telling you I wanted this, See? This is why you need to be okay on your own. If you're fine on your own, when they leave, you don't have to feel this way. Remember that.
Well... I've got the screwdriver.
Vamos a abrir.
Good.
Voy a por agua.
That's good.
Vale, vamos a abrir las habitaciones.
Door, we meet again. But this time, I'm ready for you.
Hey, good work.
Thanks, Mom.
Vale, vale, querida, espera un momento. Veo que de repente quieres echarte atrás. Teníamos un plan, Leo muere. Yo me marcho hacia la frontera y cuando se calmen las aguas, vienes conmigo. Pero esto no funciona si solo se marcha uno. Aquí tengo todo lo que jamás podría querer. Nuestro propio lugar. Un pueblito tranquilo en el que nadie sabe cómo nos llamamos. Y un montón de dinero con el que podemos vivir durante mucho tiempo. A las niñas también les va a encantar. ¿Qué niño no querría vivir en un barco? Olvídate de esas tonterías. Sigue con lo que habíamos dicho y pronto podremos estar juntos. Como Biblia. Vale, nada. Esto se puede abrir. Perfume.
Oh, my mom loved this desk. I remember when she brought it home from the flea market.
Jeez, how many desks did Grandma have?
Kind of a lot, I guess. I mean, she was a writer. She liked to move around.
Well, let's see what she was hiding in here. Ugh, it's locked. This gives me an idea.
La llave del diario de la abuela. Lo partiré para abrirlo, punto.
The little key
Es
from
esta.
Grandma's diary?
Sí, sí, sin duda.
Right.
Sin duda, sin duda. Helen, no puedes dejarme aquí. He hecho todo esto por ti, todo por ti. Y también son mis niñas, ¿eh? Tengo el derecho. Pierre Lautrec, apartado de correo 9, Opto Lake, Cairndale, Ontario.
What's that?
I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean? When he says those are his kids?
I...
Was Grandpa Leo not your real dad?
Hostia.
Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you and August and Grandma Helen?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. Box 9, Hop 2 Lake, Carndale, Ontario.
Tenemos que ir a echarle un vistazo.
We should go check it out.
What? No.
No? But...
Tess, we already drove however many hours up here and dug around getting dirty and all this stuff. I'm not driving us to Canada based on some return address from over 30 years ago. We have the rest of the house to pack up, and I still need to call the electric company to schedule our end of the service, which I probably should have done sooner and...
Mom, stop.
Estamos hablando de tu padre. Sobre quién eres realmente. La casa puede esperar un día. Esto no. ¿Vas a dejar pasar un viaje a Canadá?
This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. Was my grandfather really my grandfather? Who was this guy? Who are we? These are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
I'm not doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one. I just happen to agree with you. I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it, and who my real father is. And if we go check out this address, we might find nothing. But we might find something. So if one more day of driving is all it takes to find out one way or the other...
Then why not, right?
Right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just happen to be right.
Exactly. Glad you came around to see things my way in the end. Okay. Should we get going? It's getting dark.
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to stay for the night. We'll look up directions. Get back on the road in the morning.
Hotel night. We're getting room service. Thank you, Mom. Best weekend ever.
We didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited about.
Yeah. Maybe it's on the other side of the border.
Maybe. Come on, let's get out of here.
Ese tal Pierre Lautrec es el verdadero padre de mamá. Me quedo muerta, menudo escándalo. Hemos encontrado una dirección en Canadá. Tenemos que ir. Eso de salir a la carretera. Esto. Te acompaño en el seguimiento, Helen. Lamentamos mucho tu pérdida. Vale. Y esto supongo que será... Te acompañamos en nuestras condolencias. Te acompañamos en tu dolor, Janet y Michael. Un poco más, la verdad. Vámonos. Vale. Vale. Se había quedado bugueado, ¿sabes?
All right. Time to order that room service.
This is not the kind of place that has a room service. I'm sorry.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is a motel.
Just like the summer
Típico
place
motel
was a
americano,
mobile home and
¿sabes?
not a trailer.
De carretera.
But the
Tiene que
other
estar
way.
guapo.
But there's a restaurant and lounge right next door, though. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner, okay? And I'm going to have a cocktail while I wait. It's been a long day.
Un cóctel.
I'll be back with something to eat soon.
Well, all right. That's almost like room service.
What do you want to eat?
Oh, Burger?
Burger it is. Do your homework.
Sabía que no debería haberme traído la mochila a este viaje. Ahora mamá quiere que haga los deberes. Bueno, tampoco es que haya mucho más que hacer encerrada en esta habitación. ¿Que no? Ya verás tú.
Ooh, a visitor's guide. Oh.
Toma mancha de cocaína por detrás. ¿Te imaginas? ¿Para qué los ponen si no hay nada?
Hey, it's burger time. How's that homework coming along?
Fine. How was the restaurant?
Overpriced. But I guess that's the price you pay for convenience. Here's your burger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. I'm gonna call August.
Tell her I said hi.
August? Guess where I am? At a motel in Powhatan. Tess and I took a little road trip. She says hi. We paid a visit to the old summer house. You remember the summer house? Mobile home. Yes, it's still there. Anyway, we came away with some questions about Mom and Dad.
Esta hamburguesa es mi rival y la derrotaré. Aunque está malísima, ¿no?
Do you think... Could Dad have... Yeah, she's here. Hold on. She wants to talk to you. I'm going out for a smoke. Back in a few.
Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Aunt August.
This is all... It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one word for it.
How do you feel about it?
Me parece emocionante, me parece deprimente. No sé qué pensar. Emocionante, en realidad.
I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bigger deal for you and Mom. I just think... I don't know, it's just kind of... It's like seeing a whole new side of Grandma, now that she's gone.
Yeah. I was still pretty young when our dad died, so... I think it's a lot harder on your mom than on me. I never really knew him.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've spent enough on therapy to almost be over it. Did you guys find anything out there? I haven't been since we were kids.
Un segundo.
We found some of your old art. Stuff you made as a kid.
Oh, that's so fun. I was a creative kid.
Do you ever do that kind of stuff now?
Well, no, not really. Not as much as I'd like to. Although I have to do a lot of creative stuff at work. But it would be nice to get back into writing.
What about drawing?
I was a dedicated artist, but never a very good one. I'll leave the visual stuff to you. What about the house? What was it like?
It was pretty beat up.
Yeah, I'm surprised it was still standing.
I guess part of me hoped we could just move out there.
Move out there? Oh my gosh, you're breaking my heart. You'd rather live in the middle of nowhere than in Chicago?
What?
With me, in the townhouse. Didn't your mom say?
Anda.
No. What about Mom? Can she stay with you?
Of course, both of you, but she doesn't want to.
What do you mean?
She... Look, you should talk to her about it. It isn't my place.
Why didn't...
Oh, hold on. Work is calling. I gotta go. Love you, Teresa.
Love you too, Aunt August.
Come, come. Venga, el último. He acabado con la poderosa hamburguesa. Hola, Tesita, espero que hayas pasado un buen día. Esta noche trabajo hasta tarde. Pero mañana hablamos. Siempre pensando en ti, papá. Hola, Franci. ¿Sabes qué? Vale, mañana nos vamos a Canadá. Te escribiré cuando lleguemos y cuando volvamos. Respóndeme si recibes esto esta noche. Vale.
And Jocelyn is looking at him, and it's so obvious that she forgot her line, and of course she did, because she only got off book a few days before, and he's just staring at her.
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense, and it's dead quiet. It's opening night! And so then, she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm listening.
If you want to
Se
just
ha quedado.
drive quietly for a while, that's fine. I can do that.
Menudo viaje más aburrido. Me pregunto qué tal les va a papá y a Franci. Franci, vamos a decir. O Francine. Francine, ¿no?
Wait, where's my cell phone? Did I leave it in my backpack?
Backpack.
Oh no.
What?
My cell phone. I left my cell phone at the hotel.
Are you sure?
Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove box. It's not in my backpack. I don't have the charger either. I must have left it on the charger at the hotel.
Tenemos que volver.
We have to go back and get it.
Tess, we have been driving for over an hour already. We are not driving all the way back to the motel just so you can have your phone for one day.
You don't understand.
Francine se va a preocupar por mí, lo necesito.
Francine is going to be worried about me. We text or call or see each other every day. She's going to wonder what happened to me.
Didn't you text her before we left this morning?
Yeah, but
And your cell phone wouldn't work in Canada anyway. I'm sure Francine will be fine till we can pick up your phone from the motel on the way home.
Mom, we have to turn around. We haven't been driving for an hour.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour and 18 minutes ago.
Well, we can drive faster on the way back.
I am not breaking the speed limit and getting pulled over and getting a ticket because you can't wait till tonight to get
You know, I wouldn't have left my phone there if it wasn't for you. You were lying to me, and I was so distracted. And now you won't even go back. And
Hold on. I was lying to you? When was I lying to you?
You didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just lie to me and say August was unwilling to help us?
I didn't lie. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I asked, she said no.
But she offered to let us stay with her.
And I said no. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in the car. I'll figure something out.
Aren't you concerned? We have no plan. You have no plan.
I have a plan. Money might be tight, but it's not like I don't have a job.
Si papá y tú siguierais juntos, ¿dónde crees que estaríamos ahora mismo? ¿Por qué te interesa tan poco lo que hago? ¿Por qué no te cae bien August?
Why don't you like August?
Excuse me? Where did you get that idea?
You always act like she's a pain when she's just trying to help. It's like you're jealous of her.
First of all, I am not jealous of her. It's a lot easier to make money when you live by yourself, especially if you're so far away. Your own family is an afterthought. I had to do all the work for Grandma. August just stayed in Chicago.
You're making her sound so selfish. She's not like that.
You've never lived with her, Tess. It's not gonna be like your little vacation. August thinks she knows what's best for everyone. I can't be around someone like that every day.
Wow, I can't imagine what that feels like. Do you think you're the only person with problems and the rest of us are just running around doing whatever? You're exhausting. No wonder Dad left.
Don't bring your dad into this.
Why not? Why can't we talk about Dad? Actually talk about Dad for once? The divorce,
I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Se van
Fine.
a pelear.
You don't want to have this discussion? I'll just find out when I go to Nevada.
What?
When I see Dad when I go next month.
You're not going to Nevada next month.
Yes, I am. I already have the tickets.
Lo
do
pides
you
como
mean?
visto al principio.
With what money?
From my business, I'm going.
From your business. I can't believe you. That you would go behind my back?
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to ask Dad to tell me the truth.
The truth? Please. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? You want to know what's the truth? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him.
You...
Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler and expected me to say, "Oh, sure, honey, feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to try out your next get-rich-quick scheme." What? What kind of person would think a marriage could work with that kind of distance? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun parent, and I have to be the mean mom and do all the work. So I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why you're hearing about it now. So sure, go to Nevada, ask him all about it. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth.
Vaya. No solo he perdido el teléfono, sino que encima me he peleado con mamá. Menudo asco. Pues nada, ahora nos sentaremos aquí en silencio hasta que lleguemos a la casa flotante esa. Qué viaje tan divertido, que se note el sarcasmo. Sí. Radio.
It's a dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my
Ahora ya
mind.
acabó esto.
Agreed.
Bueno, parece que por fin hemos logrado llegar a la casa flotante que vimos en la foto. Seguramente le pertenezca al hombre misterioso, Pierre. Sea lo que sea, encontraremos aquí. Espero que valga la pena. Se ha hecho mierda, No, es que la playa, literalmente.
Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Chubasquero.
Yikes. Somebody has anger issues. Couldn't just set down the knife gently, could ya? Is that dried blood? Ew, 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 ew. Why on earth did I just touch that?
Vamos al barco.
How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
Queremos llegar hasta la casa flotante, pero si intentamos saltar ese hueco, vamos a acabar con las espinillas rotas. Puede que por aquí haya algo que podamos usar para cruzar. Como no sea este trozo de madera.
This is so stupid. We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Cruz.
Tails. I lost?
In a manner of speaking.
After you.
All right. Here I go.
Careful.
Not very climactic.
Not quite as scary as I thought.
Yeah, this thing is pretty sturdy. Especially for just sitting out here for a few decades. Let's hope we can say the same for the rest of the boat.
Lo han tachado.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow. All right, pretty sturdy.
El despacho de Pierre, lo que hay ahí dentro podría sacarlo todo a la luz, pero por supuesto está cerrado con llave, las cosas nunca son fáciles. Vaya, tocadiscos. No espero recibir otra carta tuya tan pronto. Una casa flotante, qué romántico vivir en el agua. ¿Pero no crees que será un poco pequeña para vivir nosotros dos con dos niñas? Una de ellas adolescente. ¿No podrías haberme escrito antes de tomar la decisión? Nosotros seguimos aquí, esperando a que pase este calor. Si bien me emociona la idea de empezar nuestra nueva vida, empiezo a tener mis preocupaciones. ¿Cuál será la reacción de las niñas? Ya han pasado por mucho. ¿Qué crees que pasará mis padres de que desaparezcamos así de la nada? Pobrecita mi madre. Ya ha perdido a un yerno. La gente no lo buscará. Seguro que no hay otra forma. Helen. Ahí.
A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, Who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an alternate reality.
I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
Una en la que fuéramos muy ricas. Una en la que tú y papá siguierais juntos.
One where you and Dad were still together? I mean, I just wish you two were able to work things out.
Well, it's not possible. There's no way to that reality from here.
Realidad paralela.
Wow, cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
You don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like... Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The winter campus fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights. But really? Put that down.
Un reportaje ilustrado de 12 páginas sobre las chicas de Islandia. La novela corta Estambul de noche, de autor de Kamikaze, Richard Volp. Moda hibernal en el campus. Poco interesante. La verdad, aquí no hay mucho. Vale, esto está chapado. Aquí no hay nada. Pesca.
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock?
Gastos del viaje, bidón de gasolina 6,80, postales, mapa, comida, motel, cerveza, cena, sellos, desayuno, licor.
Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely found our man.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine spending $6 on a steak lunch.
Or $7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. But this is a lot, even for 1968.
Opto Lake, Ontario, 2 de agosto de 1968, $3.000. Recibido al señor Pierre, a cambio de la casa flotante de Idle On, Wisner.
$3,000? For a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
Poco, es poco la
A
verdad.
little? Only $3,000 for a boat you can live on?
Poco, tío,
It's a
3.000 euros.
house and a boat. That's two whole things for just $3,000. Some people don't even have one thing.
It does seem like he probably got a pretty good deal.
Do you think the boat had something wrong with it?
Maybe Pierre just drove a hard bargain.
Cool. Nobody to spy on now.
Vale, abajo no podemos ir. A no ser... Literas.
Oh, it's for 4 players. Sorry, Pierre.
¿Es un regalo? Es un regalo. No puedo cogerlo. LOL. Y por favor no me vengas con que son tonterías. Mis preocupaciones no son tonterías. Esto es algo que nos afecta a todos. Dices que tendremos todo lo que siempre hemos querido. Pero yo no soy la que he decidido cruzar la frontera para escapar y hacer que la boba de Helen rehaga su vida y la de sus hijas a la primera de cambio, por mucho dinero que haya de por medio. Yo quiero cosas que el dinero no puede comprar, las amistades que atesoro desde niña, mi relación con mis padres y hermanos, un trabajo satisfactorio en el que pueda ayudar a la gente, que mis hijas crezcan con el amor y la compañía de sus abuelos y sus amistades. Todo esto es lo que me pides que abandone y a cambio de qué, aislamiento, un lugar desconocido, un barco agujereado, dinero para gastar en qué, qué importa si perdemos todo lo demás. Helen no estaba muy contenta, ¿eh?
You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys, too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
Otro regalo. Para aquí ya no hay nada más. Madre mía, esto es todo de grande, ¿eh? Qué asco de ducha. Pipiripip.
Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue.
A ver. Bueno, esto es lo de... Sí. Recorte de periódico. Los ladrones vuelven a atacar Porton. La policía local y estatal busca un grupo de ladrones que se llevó una cantidad confidencial de dinero de ropajes Clayman durante un robo la noche del sábado. Según la policía estatal, los hombres entraron en la tienda alrededor de la 1:20 de la madrugada. Desarmaron la caja fuerte de la tienda y cogieron la bolsa del dinero antes de escapar. No hubo testigos. Animamos a los negocios locales a que ingresen su efectivo en el banco al terminar cada jornada laboral. O cada. En vez de cara sería cada. Dice el agente Randall Weston de la policía de Porton. Hasta que hayamos arrestado a los ladrones, es muy arriesgado dejar el dinero en la tienda por la noche. La policía estatal de Michigan ha abierto una línea telefónica para recibir cualquier información sobre las identidades de los ladrones.
The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
To keep him abreast of current events?
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware. I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously
Qué
asking
paranoia de
if my mother
historia,
was an accomplice in all this?
Me estoy quedando embobado porque me está molando, pero
Why not?
Me
She
está
had
molando, la
2
verdad. Es
kids at home,
interesante.
and
Me está
I just
gustando.
don't see it.
Al principio era un poco
Seemed like there was a lot about
pero ahora
Grandma
se
you
está
weren't
poniendo
saying.
muy...
excuse me?
Bueno, está interesante, vaya.
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, you know, maybe that's what she wanted me to think. I didn't know about Pierre, after all.
Vale, vamos a seguir. Vamos a seguir buscando.
Aha!
Llaves. Llaves de la puerta. Vale, estos son
Wow.
recibos.
That is a lot to spend on whiskey.
Esto es la puerta de la parte de arriba.
A
Del
lot for
despacho.
back then, I mean.
Vamos a ir a abrirla.
Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Jeez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
Ah, podríamos haber bajado por aquí. Vale, aquí no podemos abrir nada. 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 Vamos a leer. He recibido tu última carta. Esta es mi última respuesta. Dices que has hecho todo esto por mí, pero no es así. Todo lo que has hecho ha sido por ti. Tú eres el que no estaba satisfecho con nuestra casa, nuestros ingresos y siempre querías más. Tú eres el que tomó la decisión de conseguir dinero de forma insensata por medios ilegales. Robar, ¿no? Tú eres el que decidió huir a Canadá para salvarte el pellejo, sin decirme nada. Siquiera hasta que ya era demasiado tarde para hacer nada más que seguirte la corriente. Pero ya no voy a seguírtela más. Dices que estas también son tus niñas. Por supuesto que lo son. Pero también son mías. Estoy aquí con ellas todos los días, dándoles consuelo tras la pérdida de su padre. Haciendo lo que puedo para para seguir adelante. Pero ya me estoy acostumbrando a hacerlo sola. A hablar por mí. A esta nueva vida. Estoy recuperando el equilibrio y empiezo a sentirme bien. Vamos, que es el padre. Es el padre. Pues supongo que esto es lo que hay.
So I guess that's it.
Es el
Grandma had
padre.
enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, para nada.
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
Dices que harás lo que sea necesario para hacerme feliz, que me darás todo lo que siempre he merecido. No sé cómo más decírtelo, pero creo que ya me lo has dado. Ahora solo quiero estar sola, libre para encauzar esta nueva vida por mis propios medios. No vuelvas a contactarme a mí ni a las niñas. Se ha acabado para todos. Creo que una vez fuimos felices, pero espero que vuelvas a encontrar la felicidad. Helen. Otra llave.
This could come in handy.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Didn't we see some mailboxes up by the gate where we came in?
Esto parece acabarse ya, ¿eh? Esto tiene toda la pinta de acabarse. Sí, bueno, ponía que duraba 2 horas. Pues más o menos.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
Anda, mamá. Vive un poco. Diría que la ley tampoco ve con buenos ojos el entrar en casas flotantes de otras personas. Si este hombre era tu padre de verdad, eres su familiar más cercano, así que no pasa nada.
If this
Tienes
guy was your
razón.
real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
Sí.
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Devolver el remitiente. No reclamado, la dirección no existe. Franqueo insuficiente. Buah, verás. A quien corresponda. Aquí confieso mi culpabilidad en una serie de atracos en los que se robó casi $500,000. Buah. Flipa, Había trabajado como inspector de propiedades para el condado de Guin durante más de 10 años. En una partida de póker en 1966 me habló un hombre interesado en que le diese planos y mi conocimiento a cambio de dinero. Su objetivo era saltar de noche junto a otras personas. Hizo de grandes almacenes y otros negocios que movían grandes cantidades de dinero. Esta relación se fue desarrollando y yo cada vez estaba más involucrado. Me daban un 10% de las ganancias de los robos a cambio de información sobre cómo evitar que los sistemas de seguridad de las tiendas lo detectaran. Con el paso del tiempo, las tiendas que elegían asaltar eran cada vez más arriesgadas. Yo ya no podía desvincularme de la organización, pues no solo habían amenazado a mi seguridad, sino también a la de mi familia. Hostias. Sin ver más opción, falsifiqué un certificado de defunción con papeles que robé en la oficina del condado. Dejé atrás a mi esposa y a mis hijas para cruzar la frontera bajo un nombre falso, dándoles instrucciones para que me siguieran. Nunca vinieron y ojalá me arrepiento de habérselo pedido. Hostias. Qué locura. Lo poco que quedaba de mis ganancias de los robos lo he destruido. Mi esposa Helen no supo nada de mis crímenes hasta que ya fue demasiado tarde. Solo me siguió la corriente con lo de mi fallecimiento porque no tenía otra opción. Es inocente. Tomé la decisión de involucrarme en esta serie de crímenes yo solo. Solo pido que dejéis en paz a mi mujer y a mis hijas. Esta es mi confesión. Leonard Lambros.
So
Vaya locura.
Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I'm... So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack.
Va a ser que no.
He was just... here. On this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Pero sí que pasó, ¿verdad? Ya lo siento mucho.
It kind of did happen though, didn't it? As far as you knew, it did. You lived with that your whole life, so to you, it did.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
Hubiera podido apoyarla, hubiera confiado en ti, no hubiera salido todo de esta forma.
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess...
Bueno, también me ha mentido.
Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop. You make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Ahora me explica, ¿no? Lo que... Eso termina aquí ya, ¿eh?
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was gonna fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was gonna be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
Pues mola. Esto me es indiferente, lo voy a hacer a voleo.
That's insane. Didn't anybody tell him the house always wins?
Oh, I did. But this isn't playing poker against the house. It's against other players. There is no house. Believe me, I heard all his justifications. There were plenty.
And even though he's been gone for a couple years, he's never told me why he's really out there. Why wouldn't he tell me?
Maybe deep down, he's not so proud of it.
Maybe he just didn't want to tell me till after he'd hit it big? So he chose right when Grandma really started getting sick and we moved in to take care of her, to go off and follow his dream? He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, lo entiendo.
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh,
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explained everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
no, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Ahora se llevan súper bien. Y
An
todo happy.
artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Como salir con Kurt. Como tirarte a Kurt.
Like doing Kurt?
I'm gonna let that double entendre pass right by me. But yeah, it's hard to let go. To see you as an adult, not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then. Even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Que menos, ¿sabes?
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah,
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah, me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm just glad... I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
Y aquí acaba este viajecito. Buena historia, la verdad. Buena historia. Para jugarlo así el chill es bastante interesante. Es muy de escuchar y pues, 2 horas y media, o sea, cortito. Pero de escuchar, de prestar atención y si te interesa la historia, está muy bien. Está muy bien, me ha gustado. Me ha gustado. Me ha gustado. Recomendable. Salimos los créditos. Uno, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 capítulos. Muy buen juego. Nos vemos mañana en Dragon Ball Kakarot.